Hey everybody, I'm here to review companies and organizations who got customer service right and customer service wrong in 2023. I'm going to start off with the Japanese retailer Uniqlo. If you've ever shopped there, you'll notice two things. One, the fashion is very inexpensive, and two is the checkout process. And the way that they were able to do this is adopting RFID technology. Now, they've been investing in this for many years, but the price of RFID chips has really gone down. It used to be about 60 cents a decade ago. Now it's about 4 cents. Between 70 and 90% of all their checkouts are done through the RFID technology. It's allowed them to improve not only just in checkout, but their supply chain, theft, and tracking inventory. It's 3 times faster than the cashier. So kudos to Uniqlo for just making the overall customer experience at their stores a whole hell of a lot better. The next one I'm going to talk about is an organization that is near and dear to my heart, and that's the MLB, Major League Baseball. And if you follow Major League Baseball, you'll know that they're very set in their ways with their traditions. But fans started complaining that there wasn't enough in-game action, games were taking too long, they were too slow, so they made a bunch of adjustments. You've heard about some of them: the pitch clock, no shifts, limiting the amount of pitchers per inning, so on and so forth. And the results are in. The numbers are fantastic. Games are close to about 40 minutes less over 2022. Revenue is up as it relates to their broadcasting partners, sponsorships, their digital footprint, so on and so forth. And they're going to continue to make changes. So kudos to the people who are running baseball. They've made a lot of important changes. I think they've hit a home run with them. And there's more changes to come in the sport that we all love. And the third is In-N-Out Burgers. And recently they've gotten a lot of headlines, national headlines, because they opened up a restaurant location in Idaho and there was long wait times. But one of the things that they did, which I found very interesting, was they got what they call all-star employees and they brought them over to Idaho. And the commitment was a $3,000 bonus. They had to work over 60 hours a week. They get extra bonus time, anything over 60 hours. And they have to give a 90-day commitment. And their thought process is this, is that the new employees will embrace the culture. They'll teach them sort of, behind baseball or locker room type of things that will come up in just the everyday operation of running an In-N-Out burger. And as part of their expansion, they plan on doing this where they bring key teammates, which they call all-stars, put them at a location for 90 days, teach everybody, not just the playbooks, but really the ropes on how to operate and treat customers so that they can get it right, so that when they pull away, they can stand on their own 2 feet and have that consistency of In-N-Out burgers. So my hats are off to them. The long wait times, hey, it was free press, lots of good marketing, and at the end of the day, what are you gonna do in Idaho on a Sunday afternoon? All right, companies who got it wrong in 2023. I'm gonna start off with Disney. And this one's pretty obvious. You've seen the news, the parks. Let's start off with the parks. About 1/3 of their revenue comes from parks. And what they did was they jacked up rates. They took away things like if you were a season pass member, you had free parking, you had access to photos, you had sort of priority in certain things. They started to pull those away. They started to hit you with fees, like things like if you wanted to download a digital picture of you and your favorite, Disney character. It really got some of their most loyal fans up in arms. But really where they dropped the ball, I think the most, is their bread and butter, the California and Florida residents who are drive-up customers who use those passes year in and out. They started to limit when they could use them, how they could use them, and they really alienated some of their biggest supporters and fans. They have gone back and made some adjustments, but there's a lot of mending they've got to do in order to improve it. The box office is the first year that they have not had a $1 billion Marvel movie. And those movies were cash machines. That IP is totally gold, and somehow they dropped the ball. It may be some senior leadership, it may be some of the strike issues, but I think it's them getting involved in sort of political issues and keeping their eye off the ball. Hopefully they can turn it around. We all love Disney. It's a great company, and I think if they make some of these adjustments, the fans will come back and be very excited about them in the future. The second one is somebody who was on my Got It Right list, which is MLB Baseball. If you follow sports, the off season for the NFL and NBA is just as exciting as the regular season. The drama, the rumors, the trade deadlines, the free agency, kickoff parties. They sort of do it right, and they make the conversation of that sport year round. MLB somehow drops the ball here. They had the hottest free agent in the history of the sport, Shohei Ohtani, and it was sort of in and out news, right? ESPN covered it a little bit, and by the next day they had moved on to the NBA or the NFL. The MLB's got to do something about it, right? It's sort of just getting fans engaged year round. It's sort of easy and cheap content, I think, that the fans would love, and they somehow, I don't know, they just can't get it right. I think that this is a very fixable issue. They could put limits or trade dates on when players can move and player movement. It's a very fixable, it's obviously something that they could sell out to the broadcast partners and make a nice little revenue stream. So I think they got to listen more and more to their fans in this case and turn this around, because the Ohtani opportunity was a really missed opportunity by MLB. And then the last one is the state of California. We all love California, but man, it has gone sideways. The high taxes, the budget deficits, the issues with the school, homeless, the commercial real estate crashing. They're not listening to their residents, right? And the residents are their customer. They need to be giving better service, listening to the customers who are saying there's too much red tape to do business, too much red tape to build, too much red tape. They need to take a step back. They need to streamline some of these processes. They need to pull some of their political issues aside, and they need to balance their budgets better, because the results are in, right? The tax base is moving out, businesses are moving out, residents are upset, they don't feel safe, so on and so forth. We all love California. I think they can get back on the right track, but they really need to start listening to their customers. I hope you enjoyed this segment. I'll do more of them. If there's a company that you want me to cover, please let me know. Drop it in the show notes. Hit me up on IG. And with that, have a great day. Take care.
This episode is brought to you by Buena Vista Creative, Miami's premier digital marketing agency. Visit buenavistacreative.com for more info on how Buena Vista can help your business increase revenue and create the brand and digital presence it deserves. Video and podcast production, web and app development, search engine and social media marketing, logo creation, outdoor, print, swag, and more. Visit buenavistacreative.com to learn more.